Coming up on PE This Week, a 46-year-old developmentally disabled woman has been arrested for starting a house fire that killed her father and hospitalized her mother. UC Riverside hosted a forum on the 20-year anniversary of the Los Angeles Riots. Students at Flabob Preparatory School in Riverside Valley spoke with an astronaut while in outer space.
Pretty cool. I mean, how often do you get to talk to people that are 200,000 miles above you?
And we'll meet the Beverly Hills Chihuahua. PE This Week starts now. Thanks for joining us on PE This Week, a look at news from across the inland area. I'm Pep Fernandez. A tragic house fire in Riverside killed a man and critically injured his wife. Police have now arrested the couple's 46-year-old daughter on suspicion of murder and arson. Police and firefighters responded to the home of Harley and Linda Clark in the hillside area of Riverside early Friday morning. Firefighters pulled the couple out of the burning home where they were suffering from smoke inhalation, burns, and both were in full cardiac arrest. The couple's daughter, Deborah Clark, was booked into the Presley Detention Center in Riverside. According to the woman's brothers, they said their sister is developmentally disabled and not capable of understanding the danger of fire. Folks gathered at UC Riverside for a forum on Wednesday to discuss the 20-year anniversary of the Los Angeles Riots. The group discussed race relations and what they've learned from the riots 2 decades later.
This is a hard obstacle to overcome, and it takes a particularly, I think, sensitive and courageous set of individuals. I'm suggesting your generation to overcome the thing that most easily gets in the way of us being able to have the kind of existence that we as human beings should be able to.
A 2-week research project at UCR featuring indigenous choreographers culminated with a performance at the Culver Center. Students enacted scenes focused on contemporary issues such as racial inequality and pollution. Not too many kids can say they spoke with an astronaut while in outer space.
This is Danny. How often do you have to reposition your orbit? Over.
And if you're free floating, you can't feel it, but you can see space on the wall moving around. Over.
13 students at Flabob Preparatory School in Riverside Valley got the chance to communicate with the International Space Station. Via ham radio, the students had a 10-minute window to ask questions for astronaut and NASA Chief Engineer Don Pettit.
I wasn't interested in aviation until I came to Flabob, and I took my first flight, and ever since then I thought this was amazing. So I might even be thinking of maybe going into space. That would be cool.
Pretty cool. I mean, how often do you get to talk to people that are 200,000 miles above you? These guys are my idols. I look up to them. They have the coolest job on the planet, and hope to be there one day.
Students at Jefferson Elementary School were also getting a taste of space education. More than 1,600 students were expected to attend the school's 14th annual Space Day. Students were able to climb aboard and pilot an F-117 flight simulator. Other stations were set up to give the kids a chance to feel like real astronauts with similar movements to those in outer space.
Give kids a chance to maybe get interested in being an engineer, and a little history lesson. A lot of this is technology that is just before they were born, so it lets them know where it came from.
We were like turning it around, and it was like cool and fun, everything.
Were you scared?
No.
And did you know the Beverly Hills Chihuahua, made famous from the movie franchise, is actually a Moreno Valley Chihuahua? Rusco's his name, and although he now lives on a ranch in Afton, he was adopted from a shelter in Moreno Valley. Rusco met his fans at America's Family Pet Expo in Orange County last weekend. Rusco made his movie debut in 2006 with the original Beverly Hills Chihuahua flick. Rusco is now working on Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3, which will come out on DVD and Blu-ray in September. I'm a big fan, so you know I'll be pre-ordering my copy of his latest movie. I'm Pep Fernandez. Thanks for watching PE This Week. We'll see you again next Thursday.